Hello and welcome back. Welcome back to Waadaplaya concussion sub series or whatever is the theme this season. But Cricket World Cup is here. We already have four games completed, and guess what? We did not do a preview, but we will endeavor to do. We will endeavor to do India games at least because everybody's starting to go back to full time work and things like that. But let's see what happens. But today we are here to talk about a couple of things. Sri Lanka and South Africa game in Delhi, Feroz Shakotla. Shivam has been there, watched the game live, so we will get some insights about how he felt and what is the World Cup vibe looking like. And then we have Sanjay Dubey from London, who will preview tomorrow's India versus Australia home team's season opener, and then it will be hopefully a good game if the weather holds up. But those are the two things, so feel free to drop in comments and ask away questions. We are live. So first things first, Shivam, welcome back. How was your Firoz Kotla experience, especially after so much disappointment of fans about tickets, everything? Talk us through your experience and then about the game as well.
No, Suman, to be very honest, I kept it very simple. See, everybody was disappointed about not getting tickets of India matches, the tickets being sold in black for like crazy prices. I was like, fuck all of that. I'll just go for non-India matches. Koi dikkat nahi, no queues, no ticket issues, nothing. But to my surprise, I mean, I was lucky that today being a Saturday, there was a decent crowd. I mean, I shared videos in our groups, right? There was a decent crowd given that fact that it was a non-India match, and I think the experience was great. I was lucky to to have South Africa, uh, make three world records today. So South Africa's first innings was the highest score in a World Cup, 428. The first time there were 300s in a single innings, and of course, Aiden Markram, your captain, breaking the record of the fastest century in the World Cup. So fantastic experience. I think the Arun Jaitley Stadium has gone through some renovation in the last couple of years, so looks better. The infrastructure is slightly better. The DJ was better, much better. And yes, apart from the 35-degree temperature, I think it was a great experience.
And you already have a question coming in hospitality in matches. So did you get to eat Domino's pizza? How were the foods? And also we saw in Hyderabad games and Narendra Modi Stadium, some of the seats were not in great condition. So what would you like to tell the fans about Arun Jaitley Stadium?
No, I think as I mentioned that the stadium has gone through a series of renovations over the last few years. I didn't see any challenge or any issues in terms of cleanliness or stadium infra. As I said, the matar kulcha and the pav bhaji was very tasty. So next time you're there in the stadium, please go for matar kulcha and pav bhaji.
Okay, that's a good recommendation. Excellent. And we spoke about the South Africa scoring, but how good was Sri Lanka? I know the on paper it looks like 100-run loss, but if Kushal Mendes pushed on to get to like close to 150 or so, and Dhananjay De Silva had some contribution, this was a close game. I know 100 runs is a big loss, but Sri Lanka's effort is pretty good.
Absolutely. And I think, see, it's, we have this tendency to say, whenever we see high scoring games, right, it's very easy for us to say that, okay, it was a flat batting track, small boundaries, etc. The same stadium, same pitch 6 months before, 8 months before, we were saying that, the pitch is too slow, it does not suit the Delhi Capitals batting lineup, etc., etc. So yes, the batting, I mean, the pitch of course, it plays a role, right? That there were ideal batting conditions, but I think once you bowl first and the team scores 350 or 400 plus, then it's all about your mindset. It's like you have nothing to lose. You have a monster chase in front of you, so that takes off the pressure from you. See, there's no point hanging in the game, taking it to the last. Either you go for the kill right from the start. That's what Kushal Mendes did, right? See, I know net run rate is important, But in these type of chases, either you go bang bang or you get all out for 150, 200 because you're going all out, right? So I think that was a mindset that Sri Lanka adopted. And for sure, if Kushal Mendes, at one point he was what 74 out from 32 balls, striking at 200 plus. He just needed some support. I think Sri Lanka need to do something with their batting order. I think Shanaka comes too low, and you cannot every time expect those crazy innings where he'll play those 70, 80 runs out from 30, 40 balls, right? Kushal Mendes had absolutely no support from the other players, only till the time I think the number 4 player, I forgot the name, he came. I think apart from that and Asalanka, he had no support. But yes, and I think Sri Lanka ended up scoring more sixes than South Africa. So great viewing. And yes, Sri Lanka did give South Africa a scare. And I need to point out Bavuma's captaincy. I think he was just depending on his pacers coming in between and giving a breakthrough. I think a few days ago we saw Maxwell, in one of those ODI matches against India playing a crucial role, right? And we know Makram is a decent bowler; he'll give you 3, 4 safe overs. So didn't find any innovation from Bavuma's captaincy, right? And I think at that point you need your senior players like Keshav Maharaj, Quinton de Kock, although he did not take the field. Quinton, you need Makram, these guys coming in and discussing with Bamua. And since I was there in the stadium, was seeing the match live, I didn't see any of these senior players coming up to Bavuma and giving some insights, right? So yeah, uh, great start for South Africa. All the batters are in form, but yes, if the other team is scoring well, then their strategies and their bowling will be found wanting in the future games.
Absolutely. It was a good game overall to experience the World Cup game, and also crowds were pretty decent as well. So I'm glad. I'm glad that you made the World Cup visit. Let's bring in our Pakistan supporter Sanjay Dubey from London. Before we go to India Australia preview, what do you make out of Pakistan opener versus Netherlands? You guys had a slight scare there.
Yeah, I think Pakistan quite lucky to get away with it. जो हिसाब से स्टार्ट हुआ था 3 विकेट 32 for 3 मुझे लगा ये जैसे साउथ अफ्रीका हार गई थी T20 वर्ल्ड कप में साउथ अफ्रीका नेदरलैंड के साथ हारी थी मे बी इफ इट वाजंट फॉर South Shakil and Rizwan, they would have struggled. But bowling lineup, almost 80 run win, still decent. I'm sure most of the teams won't take Netherlands very lightly, but 80 run win is very very good. ठीक है मतलब कुछ तो जीते बहुत दिन से कुछ जीत ही नहीं रहे थे तो एटलीस्ट up on the points board number 3 पे है फिलहाल and people are disappointed why is India not above them at this point so but yeah I think Netherlands will gain a lot of experience from this and hopefully can cause some upsets down the line.
Okay. So Purval Modi ने काफी questions पूछे कल के game के बारे में India versus Australia. It's happening in Chennai, and both teams will be the first game, and I think the conditions will be overcast. There are few people in our group like Adi from San Fran has traveled all the way to Chennai, and he seems to think that we might get majority of the game. The big breaking news is Shubman Gill is not keeping well, but things are looking like he probably will play based on what Dravid and Rohit have been saying. But if Shubman doesn't play, will Ishan Kishan get a chance to open up? What do you think, Sanjay?
Absolutely, straight swap. Shubman Gill ki jagah pe Ishan Kishan, he scored a lot of runs at the top, and we were going to use him as a floater in any case. So great opportunity for Shubman, for Ishan Kishan to cause a big headache for the selectors. कल अगर जाके उन्होंने बहुत अच्छी पारी खेल दी, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of pressure on the likes of Surya, Shreyas, whoever wants to have their place in the middle order because that's the only place where a replacement can be done because Shubman Gill will straight away walk in this side back tomorrow. But the playing 11, I hope and pray that just because Ashwin is from Chennai, he doesn't get a game. because I can't recollect the last time he won a one day game for us. I'm still like, I know we didn't do a show when the team got selected. I'm still baffled. And there's one question, and I'm fearing this might happen at some point. One question from Purval Modi where he's asking, will Kuldeep be part of the playing 11? That's what we've done by getting Ashwin in. Just because he's so experienced, there are a lot of people who think that let's play Ashwin and Jadeja. Both are very defensive. There was a reason why they did not play after the 2017 Champions Trophy final for a while together. We had Kulcha, but if that happens, surely I think this World Cup is already doomed for us. So I think we should just go with the combination. Yes, if they want to play Ashwin, they might get a third spinner, but I think that'll be a luxury. I'll still give Shardul Thakur a go ahead of Ashwin, irrespective of the condition, just to start with.
And Shivam, what do you think? Kuldeep, Ashwin, Jadeja, Shardul.
See, I'll be absolutely crystal clear on this. Kuldeep is the main spinner in this team. So there's not even a question that whether Kuldeep will play, Ashwin will. Kuldeep will play all the matches. There's no question about that. He is your main spinner in this team. Let's be absolutely clear. He is the attacking spinner. We need a wrist spinner. Forget Kulcha, forget Ashwin, forget Jadeja. So Kuldeep is going to play all the matches. If he's not playing, there's something seriously wrong with the
I think
management.
what the only reason why he'll not play, and I'm guessing a situation in the first few matches, if we have a collapse, if our batting fails, then we'll think, oh, we got Shami, Kuldeep, Bumrah, none of these guys, Shiraj, they can't bat. So let's just pack
Sir,
it with more batters. That's the reason why Kuldeep will
I
miss out.
I totally get it, sir. But if your top seven cannot do the job, then you cannot depend on having a Shardul to do the job. So having Shardul just because, see, even if he scores 20, 30 runs, crucial runs, I still feel he'll give another 30, 40 runs with his bowling. So he'll equalize that. So I think on a serious note, Kuldeep has to play all the matches and keep it very simple. Jadeja has to play. He's your actual three-dimensional player that we have, right? So Kuldeep, Jadeja will be your spinners. In case you have a match, a pitch with assist spinners, something which we expect tomorrow because the game is at Chepaw. So you play Ashwin. In matches where you don't expect to, the ball to spin a lot, you bench Ashwin, you play your three seamers, and your three seamers should be Siraj, Bumrah, Shami. Shardul should only be your backup. I don't see him playing in the top 11. So you already have three pacers, right? Good three pacers. And even if you think Shardul should play because he gives that extra edge with the bat, he has to replace one of the pacers. He cannot replace Kuldeep, right? So either you bench Shami and you play Shardul. Although I would not prefer that, right? So for me, it's very simple. Your three frontline pacers are Siraj, Bumrah, Shami. Your two spinners are Kuldeep and Jadeja. If you have a spinning track, you play Ashwin, you bench one of the pacers. If your top seven cannot do the job, don't expect Shardul to do the job with the bat.
Okay, enough said. Now let's ask another question about the playing 11. Number 4, Shreyas Iyer or Sky?
I'll start with Shreyas Iyer. He's done a lot of good things for India. Yes, we know Sky can probably change the game, like do what Markram did today, or something like what a Klaasen can do. But I'd still go ahead and give Shreyas Iyer the chance. The fact that he was the incumbent, he had injury, he came back, got 100. So I'll still give him a chance. Let him fail if that is the case, and who knows? It tomorrow Ishan Kishan doing well might make it easier for selectors to make a choice whether they want Ishan Kishan in the middle order once he scores some runs and then get Shreyas and Sky both out, or I'd go with Shreyas. I think he deserves a go at the start. If he fails, then maybe we can get Sky. I don't see either Sky or Shreyas both playing both playing all the games. So there would be a point where both of them would get a go. But I'd start with Shreyas.
Okay, fair enough. And Shivam, focusing on Australia, news is coming in that Zampa banged his head in a swimming pool and might be a potential starter. But then we also have Vishak Shankarayana Vainundu Hasaranga from Bangalore, and we also have our super analyst Akash coming. I'm trying to let them in. Bear with me. There you go. They should be on now.
Hi guys,
Akash, can you
Hey
hear us?
Akash,
how are you all? कैसे हो आप लोग?
एकदम
First
एकदम
class.
बढ़िया.
Great to see. This is the power pack panel we needed for like a powerful match tomorrow. We were talking about Australia. We will cover and we'll get to Vishak and Akash you. But Shivam, so news coming in that Aaron Zampa probably had a freakish incident, but he probably will play. My concern from day one for Australia squad has been he's the only spinner. If something like this happens to him in a pitch like Chennai, there is nobody else in Australia who can bowl. And last warm up, I think they were trying David Warner, which is a face palm. Secondly, Australia has got like specialist batters like Steve Smith and Marnus Labuschagne, who are known for long term format, and 50 over format needs it. So, do you think Australia has a better grip tomorrow, minus the spinning department over India, or what do you think for tomorrow Australia's chances?
So first of all, I'm curious to know that in that freakish incident with Zampa, was Marcus Stoinis also involved? Because I read some news that even Stoinis had some, something about that injury. But anyways, coming back to your question, so see, I think of course Zampa is very very important for Australia's chances, but I think they have Ashton Agar as well, and I'm not sure if Tanveer Sangha is part of the squad, right? I think we got a glimpse of Tanveer Sangha in that India series, but yeah, Zampa is very very critical for Australia's chances. But I think Australia will also be pleased with the way Maxwell bowled the other day against India. But yeah, knowing Australia, I think with Stark, Hazelwood up front, they will somehow make up for the lack of choices that they have in the spinning department. But I don't think they need to worry about their batting. With the likes of Cam Green, Mitch Marsh, Marcus Stoinis, all these three are brilliant and fearsome hitters. All these three can contribute with the ball. I think Australia has the best, set of all rounders, going around. So, knowing Australia, I think it's just that they peaking at the right time and their players coming to deliver. And I think this World Cup we can expect some fireworks from Warner. It might be his swan song, and considering the love he has for India, I think we are in for some heroics from Warner. For tomorrow, fingers crossed. I think we just need to play out Mitch Stark up front and hope Josh Hazelwood does not come out of syllabus. But it's just that with Indian batters at the top, I'm very, very scared with left arm quicks. Be that Mitch Stark, be that Trent Bolt, be that Shine Afridi. So play out Mitch Stark, build the innings, and then let's see where we take it from there.
Got it. And let's bring in Akash, who's from a brand spanking new home. He's speaking. Congratulations on getting to the new home. So, what do you think chances for India tomorrow and Australia's chances in the World Cup opener for both teams?
It's not going to be uh, a ranked turner, I believe. I don't think it's going to be a ranked turner like how everybody's predicting Chennai to be. And considering the amount of rain it's taken today, there might be something in it for the fast bowlers early on. So it will be interesting, like how Shivam said, if Australia were to bowl first, Mitchell Stark might get some help at the to the start. And considering how Rohit and Virat play against the left armers, that could be a very tricky thing for us. Considering all these factors, I think it will be an interesting match. It will be more like our bowlers against their batsmen, is what I feel. Like how Shivam said, they've got gun batsmen. They can go from ball one, all of them, especially like guys like Mitchell Marsh, Glenn Maxwell, and others. Them against guys like Siraj and Bumrah, that will be something to watch out for, I believe. If our bowlers can trump them in that department, I think it should be a piece of cakewalk for us in the second half. But if it turns out to be the other way around and we bat first and they're able to extract something out of the moisture of the pitch, guys like Stark and Hazelwood are very brilliant in doing these things. If they damage our top order, then it is going to be a very difficult match for us. Net, I believe 51-49. in favor of India.
In favor of India. And we got live from MS Chidambaram Stadium. Aditya will bring him in a bit. But let's introduce Vishak, who's got new frame of glasses. I don't know what he's been up to. I know he's been busy all his life. But what do you think so far? World Cup start firstly, Vishak, and then also tomorrow's games views.
Yeah, tomorrow, like the World Cup, as it's like I am not. Today is the first day I watched the ball in this World Cup, so I was a little busy over this week. So watch the game, at least the first innings of the second game. First, I didn't get to watch the first game as well. So I think it got the first glimpse of the World Cup today. So tomorrow again, coming back to tomorrow's game, it'll be a good game. It start of the World Cup for India. We even didn't get to play the warm ups because of the rain. So I think we are the only team who hasn't played a single warm up game going into the World Cup. So I think it'll be interesting, but good that we had some practice like with the Asia Cup and the Australia series where we could try out few things and settle our combinations. But again, I would again, as I said, like as Akash said, right, it will not be a rank turner. But coming to your other thing, Suman, with the lack of spin options for Australia, I would not be surprised with the experience of what India has gone through. I would not be surprised if India give wickets to Maxwell as well. That's how we have been.
Fair enough. I think Maxwell got 4 in the Tricia or 3 match series which we've got. Let's bring in Adi. Adi, firstly, great that you went all over from San Fran to Chennai, like diehard cricket fan, and I think you are set to watch how many matches this World Cup?
Let's see. Like, I think it all depends on how much I can travel. Because there are a lot of matches going on. We'll definitely try to catch India, Pakistan, India, England for sure, both of them. And the others depends. Some of them depends on tickets, and some of them depends on how much I can travel. Because even this travel, it has, you know, it's not been that easy. Let me put it that way, right? You come in, you have to stay in a different hotel, different place. Then you got to be energized for the ODI, which is like 8 9 hours. For example, match starts at 2, but the gate opens at 12. But you got to be in line by 11, right? To go inside by time, and then after the match you get out. It'll be like another 11. So 12 hours, hot Chennai sun. Today I tried walking outside for 10 minutes. Then I was like, no, I'll sit in a mall, or I'll sit inside my hotel, or eat some other place. So that is the more challenging part. So have to see how long I can keep the travel and going for the matches. But really excited. Today I went and saw the stadium from the outside as well, because tomorrow you won't be able to get a glimpse, like peace and calm before the storm, right? So it was all good. They were still also painting the walls outside the stadium, like right now, like 15 hours before the match. They're sitting and painting the walls. So yeah,
Good that it's
it's
not happening after the World Cup, right? Carry
No,
some.
actually, no. Actually, they did not know that Adi is coming. When they got to know Adi is there, so they were like, "अच्छा final whitewash कर दो."
yeah.
वो वेट वाइप्स लेके जाना, सीट वीट गंदा रहे तो खुद ही पूछ के आराम
Yes,
से बैठ
yes.
जाना.
No, they will know, no, like Twitter पे post कर देंगे. The ground management will go viral. Like Hyderabad also, during the warm up match, it was all like with crow shit. 2 3 tweets went viral. Now they cleaned everything. So
सर
Uh,
हमारा स्टेडियम तो आज बहुत साफ था. जो बात है.
हाथ भरा का बैनर निकला तभी साफ हुआ वो.
exactly, that in
and
itself
Adi,
is like 50% cleanup, right? Like all the time it was Pan Bahar, Pan Parag, all the big banners. Now it's all, it takes one day. Everything is like much cleaner.
and I've been to Chennai before, but I don't know the context of Nair Mesadi. So what is so hyped up about? Everybody's telling you to
So
go
it
there.
is. It is a. You get plate meals on a banana leaf. People generally take that before the match. It's very close to the stadium, literally like 2 minute or 5 minute walk from the stadium. So that's why everyone is hyping up like go to Nair Mess. But as you all know, tomorrow India Pakistan sale is happening like on the match day, right? Like 12 p.m. I was telling some other friends that okay, that's not ideal time, but we should be thankful it was not 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. That is because you'd be in the stadium, right? So yeah, fingers crossed. But coming to the match, I think India should win. Like I would say 70-30. We India has like a lot of boxes ticked. and the match is happening in Chennai. India for sure will play three spinners. Ashwin will walk into the team. So yeah, like if Shubman Gill is fit, even more power to India. If not, they'll open with Ishan and it'll be fine.
So three spinners is what? Shami, Bumrah, Jadeja, Ashwin, Kuldeep.
Yes, yes, that should be our five.
Vishal, you're shaking your head.
Siraj, not Shami.
Yeah.
Siraj.
My
Siraj,
Siraj.
question to
Okay.
the panel: Shami or Siraj?
Siraj.
I think all three should play. Shami, Siraj, and Bumrah. That will be the best combination. But ideally, they'll look for batting cover. Even if the batting is compromised, you have to go with your five best options who can restrict the opposition and take wickets. Just for the batting cover, they are trying for Shardul or Ashwin. I think we have to go for the best combination, best five bowlers plus Hardik Pandya. Considering that, I think Shami and Siraj both should play. But with the combination what the management wants, it will be tomorrow. It will be Ashwin. It will be three spinners plus Siraj and Bumrah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the challenge with that, like last World Cup, also it kind of hit us when bottom four can't bat. So what happens is even when you're four down, the batsmen take a very conservative approach, which kind of hits you. If you see in all the matches, like South Africa also, their lower order hits, Australia lower order hits, New Zealand bat very deep, England everyone scored double figures, and England was like 220 for seven. They still went to 280. Fine, they lost the match, but again, like that batting depth might help. Taking all that into consideration, yeah, like we got to bite the bullet and play Ashwin. I'm not a big fan of Shardul playing over Shami. Hmm. Because Shardul
Yeah,
has been pretty bad
that's a
in the recent
no-brainer.
past. Yeah,
Yeah, Shami has to play if they're playing fast bowler. Shardul shouldn't come in. Forget about the batting.
yeah, yeah.
Question, Akash. I know everybody, like so far, the four games which we have seen in the World Cup, we were focused on big names in the teams. But you've seen Rachin, Devin Conway, Aiden Markram, Vander Vesey. So all the non-big names are performing. So who can we look forward for tomorrow, minus all the big names we spoke about between India and Australia? Any surprises we can expect?
Ashwin.
I don't know. I mean, for me, Mitchell Marsh is the biggest threat for me in Australian team, considering them that he is opening for them more than the Warners and the Smiths and Labuschagne. I think Mitchell Marsh is somebody who can take the game away from India in no span of time. If he can bear the heat in India at the moment, I think century can come very quickly from him if he gets into the groove. From our side, Shreyas Iyer. I know it's not conducive to say Shreyas Iyer when you have Australian quicks against him, but if he can manage the bouncers well, I think he can still manage it because spinners, he's got a good game against the spinners. He can step out, he can tongue them, he can milk them very well. So considering that, I think Shreyas Iyer from our side could be a dark horse.
Okay. I think so too. Shreyas Iyer, if he manages the fast bowling of Mitchell Marsh, if he doesn't come like in the first 10 overs and comes after the ball gets a little older, I think Shreyas Iyer has. But will Sky miss out then? Necessarily, all of us are agreeing Sky will miss out tomorrow.
Absolutely, there's
I
no
mean,
question about it. Rahul and Shreyas Iyer should shore up the middle order.
yeah, fair enough. Excellent. Should be a good game. Hopefully, the rain stays away. Tomorrow is the like today's Sri Lanka South Africa game was good, but I before the game I thought both teams are evenly poised, but South Africa seems like a too heavy powerhouse, and I mean their batting seems ridiculously strong. Other teams better watch out if they don't bowl well this season. They are really strong batting. Sanjay.
Suman, what do you think about the excitement for the ODI World Cup? I don't know about anyone else, but this is the first time ever I felt that there's not much excitement for a World
Dull.
Cup. Is it because every year there's a World Cup, or I don't know, it's just too much fatigue of World Cups, ICT tournaments. I don't know. There's something about it that this time it doesn't feel that we are into a big tournament.
You're asking the wrong person, Sanjay.
What I feel
I had the
majorly
World
is
Cup.
people are, yeah,
Yeah,
sorry. What I feel
sorry.
is people are so much used to T20s now. They don't want to watch the longer format. They get too bored easily. So like it is, see, test matches at least people watch, but 50 overs. The thing is that middle phase. I think the brand of cricket which South Africa or England play, If that way, if the match is being played, I think people will watch. But between you have a dull phase of around 30 overs, that is where people are not ready to watch it. That is where I think people don't have the patience nowadays to sit and watch the longer formats. They're so much used to quick results and quick games. That is the main problem, I guess, with the 50 over World Cups, and that's why that excitement is not there.
No,
There's a
but
lot of off-field drama. There's a
one
lot
more
of
thing,
off-field drama.
Sanjay ji. Yeah, one more thing, Sanjay ji. I think even the Asian Games, right? So even today in the stadium, I had a couple of people discussing the whole drama kabaddi in the kabaddi finals, right? The fight between India and Iran. So the whole this hype around Asian Games, the fact that India did so well, that is bar saw par and all that stuff. So I think that has also led to that World Cup drama, that World Cup spirit, little slow to take up. So I think in a few days people will realize, okay, हाँ World Cup चालू हो गया है, एक मैच हो गया है, 400 हो गए हैं, कल इंडिया का मैच है. So I think it's about 3-4 days, and Asian Games is done. Tomorrow is the last day. I think that is also one more reason. Of course, the 50 over fatigue, when the T20 format taking over, that's always been there, right? That discussion. But I think initial clash with the Asian Games, I think this is also one more reason why we're thinking there's not that much hype for the World Cup.
Hype to रहेगा यार. World Cup is World Cup. I was looking forward to it since April of this year, but tickets didn't work out. Otherwise, I was looking forward for it. And I think, Sanjay, I think where another aspect of it comes into play is you sitting in London, me sitting in New York. Nobody cares around us that there is World Cup. But if you are in India, I think the vibe is different. The airports will show up, the stores will show up. Even if you buy like Pepsi or Coke, the stickers on them show up that the World Cup is coming up. So I don't know, Vishak.
I can,
I'm sure
no,
Shivam has experienced it.
right. I've seen this, right? For example, even in the Hyderabad airport, they were all World Cup posters. Even in Chennai airport, everywhere World Cup posters. All the hoardings, all the companies, they are all advertising something on World Cup. And I went near the stadium, right? Like just to look at it. There were at least, I would say, like 500 to 1,000 people hanging around near the gates because they want to buy the tickets. They were like, hey, is anyone selling tickets, or so and even today there were hawkers selling fake India jerseys, for lack of a better word, or fake topis, which have Nike and Baiju's on them, right? Like they haven't updated yet, but essentially they were still selling, and there's a lot of vibe. Like again, even booking a hotel for me was like a challenge, like because all of them were booked out, and my trip was like kind of last moment because I got the tickets pretty late. So literally, there were like 100 hotels, three were not booked, and I had to manually physically go and like call them. I had a friend here who went and saw, is this hotel shady or not? Right? So that excitement is there before I book, because all the great options were already booked, right? Like, or you have ITC Grand Chola giving 40,000 rupees a night, 40,000 rupees a night. So either you pay that side of absurd money or try to find like a hotel which you can just sleep in. So the buzz is there in Chennai. I think once India matches start, like the buzz will be pretty different. Like tomorrow, it's going to be a sellout crowd, literally not a single empty seat in the house. Assuming India does well, then you got India Pakistan. So like imagine like that whole stadium full. Like even for the IPL final, that was like an experience for anyone who saw, like we saw the videos and all. So let's see. I think it will pick up. World Cup is a World Cup. If everyone wants India to win, so as long as we keep doing well, the hype will continue to come.
And I hope people wear blue and come. ये येलो पहन के आ जाएंगे, लगेगा ऑस्ट्रेलिया का होम गेम है.
I bet यहाँ सब येलो पहन के आएंगे और चिन्ह स्वामी में लोग सब आरसीबी का पहन.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया को लगेगा ये क्या हो गया, ये मेलबर्न में हो रहा है क्या?
I bought a India shirt today because I didn't have the new one, so I went ahead and bought like in Adidas, like this one, new one. So I'll be wearing this tomorrow. I want it to be in blue rather than any other, the latest blue, Adidas blue. So let's
Adi
see.
is all set. He's traveled. Hopefully, the rain stays away. That's my only biggest.
I'm not too
regret.
concerned because like from 2 o'clock till 5 o'clock, it was fine. It was sunny. Then locals are saying every day for the past week, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock, it becomes cloudy. It rains for 20, 30 minutes. That's it. So even if it does that tomorrow, worst case we'll lose like 5-10 overs, like nothing more than that. So all
Okay.
good.
So win the toss, bat first, field first.
Bat first. The pitch will get progressively harder to score in Chennai.
Okay. Sanjay, on popular demand, you have a couple of questions you may need to answer. Are you supporting India or still anti BCCI and Dhoni?
Um, Dhoni's out of the scheme of things. So obviously supporting India, but more than that, I think for the World Cup we need a proper close game, because I think it's been a while. Apart from that Pakistan Sri Lanka game recently in the Asia Cup, we've not had a proper humdinger of a game, and the World Cup would need that, because otherwise a lot of these games would become so boring and so long drawn that people slowly start losing interest. But for India's sake, we obviously want a proper finish. So Australia, South Africa, Pakistan, England, these are the big games. So we have to win at least three of them, and we'll be fine.
Awesome, do some. I'm glad we were able to get together, all six of us. Adi, excited for you. Enjoy the game tomorrow. Shivam, you already know what Adi will go through tomorrow, but he has a different level. India is playing.
Absolutely.
Vishak, are
Absolutely.
you going to any games? Did you buy any tickets? On
You're on
mute,
mute,
brother.
Vishal.
Yeah, I have 2 games. I just got tickets for Sri Lanka and England today. So which means I booked it and I got it delivered today.
That should be a
And
good
I
game.
think Arun
Sri Lanka
Gopal
and
has
England.
also booked a few tickets for Australia Pakistan, and he said like he has booked around 8 tickets. So I'll be joining him. So this is I'm
Awesome.
looking for India Netherlands as well. If I get it, will be good.
Okay. And Akash is going with you?
For one of the games, yes. Sri Lanka
Excellent.
Netherlands. Sorry, the England and Sri Lanka game.
Okay, good stuff. So we will endeavor to keep the previews and reviews going. But Sanjay, Shivam, Adi, Vishak, and Akash, thanks for joining in. It was great to chat cricket again. World Cup fever has started. Hope India wins tomorrow so that the fever continues to bring momentum. But for Syed and Modi, thanks for engaging with us. Folks who are watching, thanks for watching and keep following during the World Cup. Take care and enjoy the World Cup. Thanks, guys.